friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead, and people have been requesting I do a walkabout. It's going to be noisy, but let's go ahead. This is, we call it the back of our property, but it's actually the side of our property. And right where where that trunk is, point out the trunk there that you just dropped.
This tree.
Yeah, that's our property line pretty much. And it goes all the way. I'm standing on it, and there's our pool. And it goes all the way up. You can see there is like a hydro pole there. This is our property line. Our property is not square. These two apple trees, I don't know if they'll ever give us apples. This apple tree here was one of two I bought, what, dear, 5 years ago? From Home Depot, and they were on sale because it was July 1st or the last week of June, and the apple trees died. So we thought, well, they died, but they came back. Not the original tree that was planted, but from the trunk it was grafted onto grew a new tree. So I don't know if they'll give us crab apples or some kind of hardier one, but we're just happy they grew. And this one, now we're talking 5 years ago, this one just started to come back last year. And it's only, yay feet tall. It's only about 4 feet tall, so that's good. Here is an apple tree I bought that was supposed to have 5 different kinds of apples on it, and again it was on sale. So you can see all the tags here where the different apples were supposed to come from. See this? Mice ate all the bark from around the tree, and yet this tree has decided to survive. So we have 3 apple trees. We don't know what's going to grow on them. There's our pool. This is the angle from the one side of our house. This is a maple tree we had to cut down because they're way too close to the roof. If you look back there,
that was damn near leaning on the house. One of these days it would have been on top of the house.
That little clump of spruce you're going to take down, and that one maple too, right?
Yeah, all back in, all that close to the house.
Yeah, because they're almost on top of the house. So, and look, folks, today's August 2nd. Look at the color of these leaves. We had some. Have a look there. Oh, how well you can see. There's some red leaves. But what we're going to do is take the lower branches off of these, or the smaller branches that are covered in leaves.
Upper branches.
Yes, thank you. The upper branches. And we're going to feed them to the goats. I forget where I saw it. It was some European country like Finland or somewhere where it was hill country. They didn't have enough land to grow hay, so they would harvest leaves in the fall and store them in feed bags and feed these to their livestock. But we're just going to give them the green stuff because they're going to love it. Let's go on our walk. I don't like walking up here because it's really not level. He's the reason why the coons haven't got these laying hens. Oh, look at you! These are my 6 Narragansett babies and my 2 Royal Palm babies. We took the Royal Palms out of the bigger ones because they were getting picked on. Come on, you handsome boy. That little shelter is just where they go at night. And this is their yard. And they have shade and they have wire over top. And there's Ditto. That's how we know he's Ditto. And his brothers. Hi, Ditto. It's a mummy boy. Yes, a me. Hi, Snots. He's a mummy boy. Yes, he is. Oh, he's mummy baby. Yes, they still know who their mummy is. Oh, my little Royal Palm. Handsome boy. We'll be replacing this soon. This is just one of those carport things. We need a new carport, but this is where we store our firewood. We've had a lot of rain lately, folks, so the ground's really muddy. Papa's going to put some straw in their house so that they have a place to get up and get clean. Hi! Yes, you see, oh, Daddy gave you some greens. I see that. Here's my ducks and geese. We still, oh, the babies. We still have not decided whether we can overwinter them or not. And you can see whenever I weed the garden, I give them to the goats and the geese and stuff. Howie's giving them this big maple branch, and they are just loving it. There's our driveway. We still have some firewood to split. We're going to get some more. And there is the garden. Here's the other side of the house, and that's the front and the pool, and Daddy's over there working. My squash and pumpkins have gone nuts. They're supposed to be way over there. And because of all the rain, they're just going crazy. They've gone right through my potatoes, which are still growing really well. And there you can see my sweet corn is tasseled. We're going to be eating sweet corn soon. These really, really tall ones, like that's 8 foot tall. That piece of wood's 8 feet tall. Look at that corn. That's purple Peruvian. Let's look at the beans. Beans like heat, and we haven't had a lot of heat. It's been cool, but my beans are doing really quite well considering. Oh, you sneaky bugger, look at that. There's a squash vine in here. But they're just now starting to come. Normally I would have been canning by now, but as you can see, right there, my beans are starting to come. Here's the jungle. Now yes, folks, yes, there's lots of weeds, but it's almost harvest time for me. And I want to show you that if you give your plants a really good start and keep them weed free till they take over. These are my purple topped turnips, and that there you can't really see. This is the size of a softball. It's quite big, and I have 2 rows of these. Here's a better shot of a turnip. These guys are really big, and they've got another, I don't know, 2 months of growth. Yes, Tom, I hear you. I mean, look at the size. You can't tell, but that's a huge turnip. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I still have some more kale to harvest, but look at the zucchini. Look at my 3 pots of zucchini, folks. These were those 3 flower pots of zucchini I planted. And look at the zucchini. Yay! Look at that purple Peruvian corn. Let's go look in the greenhouse. And oh, look at, our cabbages are growing. I still am not getting a dearth of tomatoes, but we'll see. The sweet potatoes are doing lovely. So we'll close that door and let them have all the heat they can. And that's the old chicken coop that houses the turkeys. And on the other side of that is pretty much our property line. That's where my asparagus grows. And on the other side there, see how those trees are sitting on top of that roof? These are the trees that have to come down because they pose a threat. And I hope someone can tell me if these are Jerusalem artichokes. They have a beautiful yellow flower when they bloom. And if so, we may have to do something about these. Or with these. Here's my chive bin. And now that they're all drying, and look at all the beautiful chive seeds, and I just dropped them back in there. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, I'm going to go in, have a sweet tea on ice, do some editing, and then I've got a lot of housework to do. Take care, bye-bye.